Good morning. My name's Dave Schmidtlein, and I'm Dean of MIT's Sloan School of Management. Welcome, on behalf of Massachusetts Institute of Technology, to the MIT Sloan Sports Analytics Conference. It's great to see you here. Many of you have had a chance to see how this conference has grown in prominence, in impact. It can't really get any larger in terms of number of people. Congratulations on getting a ticket. I'm glad you're here today. Can I start with a survey? How many people have been to this conference before? If you'd raise your hand. Welcome back. That's tremendous. And how many are here for the first time? Wow, that's great. So I hope that, like the people who just raised their hands, that you find this a great experience, that is valuable to you, and that you keep coming back. I'm proud of our sponsors. I'm grateful to them for the role that they play, not only in making this conference financially viable, but also as leaders in sports analytics themselves. I hope that you'll check them out. They are partners in this conference in multiple ways. I'm also proud that this is, to a large degree, a student-managed conference where MIT Sloan students, a very large number of them, spend a very great fraction of their spring semester. I don't know if they're going to classes, but they do work on this conference. And it is an extraordinary event for them to be able to pull off. And I would like them to, they'll speak in just a few minutes, but I'm very proud of the work that they do.
We are too.
Yay. Yes. I'm getting to this. So the last thing really that I want to say is a word of gratitude to Jessica Gelman and Daryl Morey. This conference will always be the result of their vision and their energy. Jessica Gelman is the CEO of Kraft Analytics Group. She has an MBA from Harvard Business School. She's been a great supporter of the MIT Sloan School and a great partner for us. And Daryl Morey, as you know, is the general manager of the Houston Rockets. He is an MBA holder from MIT's Sloan School and also a great supporter. I hope that you have a great experience at this conference. I also would like you to know that this conference does good in many ways. Bringing people together like this is important, and we hope that we can continue to do it. Bringing people together like this has also provided the opportunity to create some fellowships so that more people of limited means can afford to pursue careers in sports analytics. I'm grateful for you to be here. I'm thankful that you help in that regard as well. So welcome.
Dean, thank you so much for your support since the inception of the conference. We are so thrilled to always have your support and obviously the Sloan students, which we'll talk about. We are so excited you guys are here. I can tell you, I cannot see a thing. These lights are very bright.
Very bright.
But we're going to start out as an analytics conference with some numbers. We have over 3,200 attendees at this year's conference. If you don't know, we sold out 5 weeks early. So as Dean Schmidtlein said, if you did get a ticket, congratulations. We have a 2,000 person wait list. We have thousands of people at home watching the conference. At the conference, we have 850 different organizations represented, over 200 universities, and 160 teams, leagues, or governing bodies. And we're all here because we love sports and we're inspired by sports. We love the great turnaround. 2 years ago, UVA became the second team to lose in the first round as a number 1 seed to a 16 seed. I, of course, know who the first team was that upset a number 1 seed. And then they came back and won the national title. That's inspiring. We have a lot of teams who won titles for the first time. The tortured fans of those particular cities are now winners. It's amazing, actually, that we had the St. Louis Blues, the Washington Nationals, the Seattle Sounders, and the Toronto Raptors win for the first time. And we also had the Kansas City Chiefs win for the first time in 50 years. We love that part of sports. We also love when our heroes use their platform to fight for things that they care about. Unapologetically, the U.S. women's national soccer team won their 4th World Cup in a very inspiring way for all of the U.S., and they used that time to fight for equality and fair pay. In the NCAA, amateurism has been also an important topic of conversation, and athletes wanting to own their name, image, and likeness. So sports there's many great parts that inspire us. On the downside, we do have some situations, like with the Houston Astros, where there's learnings to be had, and we unfortunately have to question the integrity of some people. But for all of us up here, what I love about that situation is analytics, as we go forward, is going to help identify those situations before they get to the state that they did with the Astros. So sports is more popular than ever. The insatiable fan consumption across OTT is unbelievable. We have new leagues being formed. The XFL kicked off earlier this month. We have incredible league expansion. MLS, this time last year, had 24 teams. By next year, it will have 30 teams, a 25% growth. And as you guys probably know, the NFL is looking to expand in games for both the regular season and the postseason. So over the next 2 days, we're going to talk about the state of sports. We're going to talk about technology, data, and culture, both on the team and business side. We have 35 unbelievable panels, 32 competitive advantage talks, and workshops to help all of you guys learn. We also have a bunch of new activities, including a first robotics competition, which will be taking place tomorrow with grade school, middle school, and high school students. We're really trying to help promote the next generation. We have ESPN's Boardroom live tomorrow about the making of a superstar, where Jaylen Brown will be here. We have our second annual Women's Luncheon, which of course I'm very proud of. And of course, we are very, very focused on innovation. We have 6 incredible competitions that take place here every year. The research paper competition that is sponsored by Major League Baseball has been a hotbed for identifying future leaders and innovators in sports. Our startup competition has been the source of companies like Noah Basketball and Connection. Did I say that right? Connection. Yeah. Which over 50 teams in the US use. We have the hackathon presented by ESPN that kicked off yesterday, and the finals will be tomorrow. We have the first pitch competition presented by Eventellect, which is always awesome, and DraftKings has their sports gaming innovation. So I personally would like to thank our 22 sponsors, specifically ESPN, who has been our long-standing partner and been involved since the second year of the conference. We have over 170 speakers who are here. Thank you guys for coming and sharing your knowledge and experience. I'd like to thank our advisors, including Bill James, Michael Lewis, Sam Kennedy, as well as Corbin Petro, Tiffany Morris, and Lance Morey. I'd like to thank Daryl for always keeping it fun and interesting. And of course, as Dean Schmidtlein alluded to, the 47 students who have been working tirelessly, especially the second-year leadership team, and more specifically Jason and Z. It has been so fun to watch you guys grow and lead this year. It is a huge undertaking, and it's been a phenomenal experience, so thank you guys very much.
Thanks. For all the MIT students, morning, welcome. That's it? You good?
I'm done, yeah.
Awesome, yeah. So, very excited for this year. Every year, I feel like I just try to make, and working with the students, I try to make the conference more fun. Maybe more fun just for me, but I hope for everybody. We had curling last year. This year, we got a whole table tennis room, so very excited about that. We actually have the real Jimmy Butler here, the 5-time U.S. table tennis champion, who's also an amazing comeback story. He won U.S. championship when he was in his early 20s, and then won again when he was in his mid-40s.
I think you might not have a chance of getting the basketball Jimmy Butler now to come and play.
I can't discuss him, so. But I can discuss the real Jimmy Butler, who is the 5 times U.S. champion. This year we have chess, and what we're discussing there is chess sort of leads the way with cool stuff that comes later. They led the way with AI, and they actually have the most advanced automated cheat detection, which might have been useful in some sports as well. Esports, I played video games when I was a kid, so we're excited to have, our 7th year in esports, and that's the fastest growing viewed sport. And a bunch of the owners are here. I saw them last night. For the first time, we have volleyball, which was another sport I played. So pretty cool. So I'm also really excited about, we have the GOAT of trivia. We got Ken Jennings. So that's amazing. And there's going to be a competition with him and a discussion with Nate Silver. But even more exciting, I started in baseball, and we have the two baseball GOATs on stage for the first time, Bill James and Tom Tango, which has never happened. And those who know, Tom and Bill comes more often. He has a room named after him, so that's neat. Tom, I think, doesn't really go anywhere. So we're actually still not quite sure he's going to make. No, he's going to make it.
It's tomorrow at 8:30 a.m.
He confirmed. Yeah, 8:30 exactly. With the theme this year, what we're trying to do with Run the Numbers is basically talk about go where the data takes you. And what do I mean by that? The data will, if you run the data in your sport, it will give you the courage to go places where you need to go. Whether it be, and I'm proud to be part of a sport, the NBA, that I do think adapts the best. Whether it be on changes to the sport, like one free throw for all trips to the free throw line, whether the Elam ending and All-Star game, I think they do the best to adapt their game. And it also, if you're working with an individual team, will give you the courage, if you look at the data, to say, hey, we're a very good team. I think the enemy of the best is the good. And the data can say, hey, you're a good team, and you need to make maybe some bold moves to turn yourself into potentially a great team. You may not win either way, but one way you don't have a chance, one way you have a chance. Finally, we're hoping at the conference to kill off the handshake. We're really, I heard it from Ben Cohen at Wall Street Journal first, the handshake is the mid-range 2 of greetings. So let's do elbow bumps. Let's do the foot thing. Let's do hand over heart, Vulcan, whatever you want to do. Let's avoid the mid-range 2 of greetings, the handshake. There you go, Dean got the. And with that, I want to turn it over to Z and Jason, and we're very excited.
All right. So first off, Dean Schmidtlein, Jess, Daryl, thank you so much. Thank you for your opening remarks. So my name is Z Siddiqui, and to my right here is Jason Rayhout, and together we're the 2 student co-leads for the conference this year. And we're just really excited to be here. And to echo Jess and Daryl's sentiments, we're really happy that all of you made the trip. And we really hope that you are excited about what's to come this weekend. We have many people to thank for everything that you see here today. But first, we'd like to start with Jess and Daryl. I remember when Jason and I first met in the fall of 2018 when we came to Sloan. And from that point on, it was one of our goals of our Sloan experience was to be on the stage with you two of the most influential leaders in the sports industry. So we're super excited to be here, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of the conference and work so closely with you.
20 years since I graduated. So I'm old. Yeah.
Confirmed.
Still look young, though.
He lies well.
Yeah, so it's really been our pleasure to work with both of you. Through the 2 of you, we've learned so much about leadership, communication, management, all the things that you really hope to learn in an MBA experience. So for that, we thank you very much. Additionally, today marks the culmination of a lot of hard work from not only the people you see here on stage, but for a group of 47 MIT Sloan students that Jess mentioned that make up our organizing committee. What they did over the course of the past 8 or 9 months or so, everything that you see here today is a result of that hard work, so we really appreciate that. And Jason and I thank you all very much. You all know who you are. In addition to the organizing committee, we'd also like to take this opportunity to recognize the people on our leadership team, a group of second-year students. I'd like to mention them by name. Jack Behrens, Tommy Belton, David Mazza, J.B. Kalin, Rob Ravai, Stefan Schmidt, Angelica Stolte, Sadaf Sayed, and Don Zhang. We can't thank you enough for all of the work and the commitment you've made to this conference and really being there on the front lines with Jason and myself. So thank you all very, very much. And lastly, before I pass it over, I'd also like to take a chance to thank my fellow co-lead, Jason. I'm so glad that we've been able to do this experience together. It's funny, our significant others always joke that for the past year, we've been texting each other more than we've texted them. So for better or for worse, Macy and Emma, after this weekend, you have us back. So while I'll miss WhatsApping with you at random times of the night about very random things, I'm glad we'll always have this memory to share and look back upon. So thank you as well.
Thanks, C. I will say working on this together for the last year has been one of the highlights of my Sloan journey, and I'm grateful that it brought us together as friends. You know, MIT Sloan really preaches the action learning component of the business school education, and I can't think of a better learning experience to culminate business school than this one. In addition to Jess and Daryl, Z, our team, our amazing student-run team, I want to extend a huge thanks to all of our sponsors, which was on the screen before this panel. Without their generosity and support, none of what you see this weekend would have been possible. They really are the leaders in the sports industry, so make sure you stop by their booths in the sponsor booth hallway throughout the weekend. Few logistics, few reminders and ground rules before we jump into the day's activities. So please be sure to download our app through Attendify. You can do this by downloading Attendify, clicking search, and then on the bottom of that page, you will see have an event code. Type in SSAC20 in all caps, and you will see our app. This will be the final source of truth as it pertains to the agenda, since we'll be pushing panel updates, speaker changes, competitions, and anything else you need to know. You can also leverage the app to vote for your favorite research paper, reach out to other attendees, and tell us how much you enjoyed the panel or talk that you just attended. Please, 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 and I cannot stress this enough, please keep your badge visible at all times. It is your ticket into the conference. It is your ticket walking through the hallways, and you will not be allowed in or around the hallways without it. Additionally, our volunteers are wearing bright red shirts. The organizers are wearing badges that say organizer on it. We are more than happy to answer any questions that you have, so please make sure you stop us in the hallway. And lastly, please keep your cell phone silenced throughout the day, and especially while attending a panel or a talk. The panelists and speakers are taking time out of their hectic schedules, and a cell phone can be extremely distracting. All panels and presentations will be posted to YouTube after the conference. They will also be live streaming throughout the conference, so recording is not allowed. With that, on behalf of MIT Sloan and the entire organizing team, welcome to the 2020 MIT Sloan Sports Analytics Conference. We hope you learn from leaders in the sports industry. You have the opportunity to build and enhance your networks, but most importantly, you enjoy the weekend and the next 2 days. Our first panels will begin shortly. We'll have Reinventing a Business in this room, and then the Omnibus conversation with Ken Jennings and Nate Silver right next door. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good job.